Welcome to the channel, everyone. I am currently at the Raya Lucaria Grand Library Grey site, and I'm going to show you how to get to the manor here, the Carian Manor, to talk to Ranni so we can get to fight General Radahn. He takes the longest, and we will be picking up 22 different Grey sites along the way. Now, you don't need to collect all of them, but I will in case it is your first time playing the game. Then having each single Grey site will serve you well in the future. Anyways, next one is the Sorcerer's Isle Grey site right here. Once you grab that, you will be heading towards the manor. This Grey site will also serve you well later on when you want to make your way to Leyndell. At least the way that I take to Leyndell, this Grey site is important. Anyways, moving up here, as you can see, we're going north, and here you do have to be careful from these little mages. They are annoying, but just ignore them and grab the road to Manor Grey site. Now, the next bit can be a bit tricky, but just stick to the left side as much as you can in order to avoid the little magical arrows raining down. I'm guessing they're arrows, magical arrows. I don't know if that's supposed to be magical arrows or what exactly, but it's raining down some kind of, magical spell that will deal damage and hurt you quite a bit, especially if you are under leveled. Anyways, we grab the main Carian Manor Gate Grey site and proceed here, ignoring all the hands, of course, if this is not your first time. And if it is your first time, then you can explore the area. It is a bit dangerous, but there are some really nice items here, such as the Sword of Night and Flame, a legendary armament that would be very useful, especially if you are running a mage build. Anyways, guys, once we grab that Grey site there, we move on, ignoring all of the soldiers, and we go to the next Grey site, which is the manor upper level. We already grabbed the lower level. Now we're gonna grab the upper one, and we will be a lot closer to our destination very soon. Once we are done here, you want to jump down here, avoid the wolf, make sure you wait for it a bit before you jump down. Otherwise, there's a good chance you might aggro it, so keep that in mind. You do not have to kill these fools here, but I do because they're easy to take care of, and they might end up following you anyways. This unit also can be ignored, but I will kill it just to be on the safe side, so I can have time here to buff and everything before we fight Loretta. Once you defeat her, however, you are ready to move on, and you will get the Royal Moon Gazing Grounds Grey site. After defeating her, then you want to follow the path that I am taking to reach Ranni's Rise, which is where our next Grey site is also located, and it is where you will finally talk to Ranni. Take this lift all the way up. You will have to talk to her, exhaust her dialogue. She will tell you to go and talk to her little buddies, and once you're done talking to them, you have to go back and talk to her. And once you are done with that, you will have to travel back to go meet Wolf Boy. When you talk to them, you probably only need to talk to them twice before you end up exhausting their dialogue, so don't waste your time talking to them more than twice, at least from my experience, as you can see. That's all you have to do. Once you talk to each single one of them 2 times, then you can head back all the way back up to Ranni. You'll talk to her one final time before you say your goodbyes and go meet up with Wolf Boy and Limgrave. Specifically, you're going to go to Siofra River, which is an area that is underground. Anyways, you want to go back to the gate front gray site here, and we're gonna go to the Waypoint Ruins. We're gonna grab the gray site there before we progress further. That gray site will be very important later on. You'll see why very soon. Unless you've already done this before, then you probably already know why that gray site is important. But as you can see, we'll be grabbing gray sites along the way. After getting a Gale Lake North gray site, just continue down this path here, heading southeast until you see the ruins. Once you are in the ruins itself, you want to go down the stairs and get ready to fight a mini boss. You don't really need to buff up, but I did anyways just to make it a little bit easier and faster. As you can see, we destroy him really quickly and we grab the gray site, the Waypoint Ruins cellar. Once you grab that one, you are ready to make your way to the next gray site in the Mistwoods. So you want to follow the path that I am following all the way down. Ignore all the enemies. Most enemies you see on the way you definitely do not have to fight. And most of these gray sites, again, you do not have to grab. However, if it is your first time, these will, be very useful later on. Here you don't have to be a bit careful. Got a lot of crazy bears around us, and they will not hesitate to attack you. But if you follow the path like I did, you should be able to avoid all of them without aggroing any of them. And then you take this lift that takes forever to take you all the way down to your destination and to your next gray site. And then we have to grab one more after it and talk to Wolf Boy. So nothing you have to worry about here. Again, all the enemies you can skip. You may have to fight 1 or 2, maybe 3, but not just yet. Soon enough. So Siofra River well depths. Once you grab that gray site, follow the path that I'm taking. It's the fastest one, I believe. And go up the left here, guys. This one doesn't take anywhere near as long as the one before it. And here you want to mount up and stick to the right side. The left side has a giant crab waiting to ambush you, so make sure you don't go there. And once you grab the riverbank gray side here, follow the path, and you're gonna have some enemies now materialize out of thin air, start attacking you. You can take cover behind him here, but if he gets hit while you're talking to him, it will reset the dialogue. You're gonna have to talk to him again. He's gonna say everything from the very start. So once you're done talking to him, however, the fastest thing you can do is kill these fuckers right here. They're really easy to take care of. So once you kill them, you go all the way back to Ranni's Rise. Now, the whole point here is to go down and go talk to Caelid. As you can see, Celiba's rise is right here. So stick to the right hand side to avoid the dragon as well. So when you are here, talk to this asshole. He's gonna sit there and talk shit. It's okay, just accept it, ignore it. You know, listen from one ear and let it out the other. And then teleport all the way down to the Waypoint Ruins, cellar grave site. Talk to Selen here. After you're done telling her about, the letter that you got, you can travel back to Siofra River bank, grave site, and talk to Wolfboy one more time to inform him about what you learned from Selen. After you're done talking to him, you have to kill these assholes again. No, I'm not sure if you have to kill them. I'm sure if you just get far away, just far enough, they will de-aggro, but I just kill them because they're easy. And then the Stormhill Shack, the Grey Site, and we head north and then east. This is the path you want to take. Follow the road all the way. Now you don't have to kill anyone, of course, but you can. I just hit them for fun because I get bored and stuff, so I usually end up killing an enemy or two sometimes along the way. As you can see, we are getting really close now to the next one. Saints Bridge, I believe Greyside is what it is called. Anyways, after crossing the bridge, you'll be heading towards the Summon Water Village and grabbing the Grey Sites. So once you get this Grey Site, you will be grabbing the next one, of course. You want to just run past here. You'll avoid this creature easily and move on to the next region. Again, these Grey Sites are not all important, but in case somehow you die or you're exploring and maybe you want to pick something up along the way and you might end up again dying. If it's your first time, you definitely want to grab that Grey Site at the church there. That will prove to be very useful, but do be careful of the invader there. Anyways, after reaching the Raw View balcony, we're going to make our way to the Carian Ruins next. Again, this path is just pretty straightforward. You don't have to fight anyone or anything. These dogs can be annoying to deal with if it's your first time ever dealing with them, but if it's your first time ever, you probably will be fighting them, as they could be guarding some really nice items that could help you in your progression. Unless you are doing NG plus and beyond and you are just simply trying to rush through to defeat the main major bosses before you have your character pretty set for the DLC. And that's what I'm kind of doing. Plus I'm doing build guides, but I already set up my character, the one that I'm taking for the DLC. Made a build guide also about the Crucibeast, which is like using the Crucible Knight incantations, mixing them up with Bestial incantations. Just check it out, guys. Anyways, after grabbing those last two Grey Sites, the Carian one and the Smoldering Bridge one, or the Smoldering Wall rather, you want to come and grab the Caelid Highway South Grey Site. Now we only have 2 more Grey Sites to grab before we are finally done. So guys, Here we go. There's one right outside the Redmane Castle, and there will be one inside of it, and that's about it. Anyways, if you follow the path that I'm taking exactly the way I'm taking it, you should be able to avoid most of the enemies that you come across. And here we go, guys. Last gray site before entering the castle. Impassable, Great Bridge, gray site. And because we spoke to Ranni and done that quest, this teleporter here has been activated and we can use it to cross into Redmane Castle. If you do not do Ranni's quest, this one will not be activated and you will not be able to get into the castle. So now we are in the chamber outside the plaza gray site, and we are going to talk to one person before we go and fight General Radahn. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. This is the end of this episode, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day, take care, and see you all next time.